I cannot count the times that someone has came into my comment section and said, boy, you're a disgrace to Tennessee. You need to get the hell out of here. You need to go out to California where you belong. Well, that's what I did. I came out here to California. So you trolls can have a field day. You're going to get nothing but California Brando videos for the next week. But I can hear it now. I know there's going to be conspiracy theories as to why I'm here. There's going to be all sorts of people that's going to start cooking up conspiracy theories. Who paid to send him out there? Did Soros send him? Oh, I bet it was Biden put him out there. That's why he's sitting out there in sunny California. Well, you guys go ahead and cook up all the conspiracy theories you want, but I tell you what, man, no matter where you go, you can't escape them. I land, I get here, I get settled in, I look at my feed, and what do I see? Aaron Rodgers cooking up this batshit conspiracy theory. Roll it.
The blueprint, the game plan was made in the 80s. Create a pandemic, with a virus that's going wild, right? Fauci was given like over $350 million to research this, to come up with drugs, new or repurposed, to handle the AIDS pandemic. And all they came up with was AZT. And if you do even a smidge of research, and I know I'm not a, epidemiologist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an immunologist, whatever the fuck. I can read though, right? And I can learn and look things up just like any normal person. I can do my own research, which was so vilified, to even question authority. But that was the game plan back then. Create an environment where only one thing works. Back then, AZT. Now, remdesivir until we get a vaccine, which, by the way, Anthony Fauci had stake in the Moderna vaccine. And we know Pfizer is one of the most criminally corrupt organizations ever. The fine they paid was the biggest in the history of the DOJ in 2009. Like, what are we talking about? We're going to put our full trust in science that can't be questioned.
You know what, folks? I believe if we would all be honest with ourselves, we've all entertained a conspiracy theory or two in our lifetime. We've all saw something that didn't make sense. We've all questioned official stories. It's happened to everybody. But we've reached a point now where it's becoming a brand unto itself. And it's becoming like, oh, do you believe in conspiracy theories? And if you believe in one of them, suddenly you have to believe in all of them. I remember years ago, there's been a couple that I've questioned and bought into for a second. And I remember talking about one to a really good friend of mine, someone who I highly respect and I truly value his opinion. And he was like, man, you really shouldn't be diving down in those kind of rabbit holes. And I was like, yeah, but if you do your own research, you'll learn. He's like, can I just be honest with you? And I said, sure, please be honest with me. He said, well, you can dive down into those rabbit holes. And when you do, you're going to go searching for stuff that tells you exactly what you want to hear. And the deeper you dig, the further you go, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. And you will be able to apply whatever conspiracy theory, whatever's going on in the world, you'll be able to make a conspiracy theory about it. Any official story that comes out, you'll be able to cook one up. And when you do, you have a built-in scapegoat, because if anybody tries to tell you to be quiet or you shouldn't have said that, then it becomes, oh, the media is trying to silence us. The government's trying to shut us down because we know something they don't. But I've said so many times, and I had to learn myself, that just because you buy into those kind of things don't mean that you're smart, I mean, we all could do it. You can look at anything in life, anything going on in your personal life right now. You can start creating a conspiracy theory. Used to down south where I'm from, Mama's sit on the front porch and your Aunt Betty sit on the front porch and they sit there and smoke Pall Malls and watch people go up and down the road. And they come up with all kinds of conspiracy theories and ideas as to what was going on in the holler. Didn't mean none of it was true. Probably got a whole lot of innocent people hurt over shit like that. And that's what's going on today. So I take issue when I hear him say stuff like, well, I'm smart enough to do my own research. I don't think that he's uneducated. I don't think that he's like I get that he's buying into stupid shit, but I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers is a complete and total dumbass. That's not what I'm saying. But when he starts talking about, I do my own research and that gets vilified, no, what gets vilified is you digging and looking for something that fits that preconceived notion so you can continue to believe whatever you want. And I think a lot of this stems from people who are brought up in religion, because religion is taught to you the same way as a child. As you grow up, you're taught, hey, don't ever question this. So I take issue when he says that about science can't be questioned. No, he's listening to the wrong talking heads. He's becoming one of the wrong talking heads, and people will start to buy into that. No, the way it works is science has questions that may never be answered. Religion has answers that may never be questioned. and that's the way it's always been. When science gets it wrong, they come out and say it. When conspiracy theorists gets it wrong, or someone swept up in a religious or a cult 45, when those people gets it wrong, they just double down and they dig in their heels and they keep fighting and they keep pulling. And anytime you try to cut them down, they've always got that built-in scapegoat. They're never going to lose an argument, and you're not going to win an argument with them. You can't win an argument with someone who, well, what if you're wrong? What if you're wrong? You can sit and say that to me all day long. What if I'm wrong? Well, I mean, you're talking about we're going to learn after death. So right there in itself pretty much tells me everything I need to know about you. If you're sitting here, if you're not even trying to live this life that you're living right now, and you're already looking into the next world because somehow you think you got some sort of insight over there, who convinced you of that? Who put that thought in your head? So, I grew out of conspiracy theories. There's things I'll always question, but there's things that happened right in my family that I question too. And what I have to do is I just have to, I have to do the best that I can to figure it out for myself. To figure out what happened, but I have to be able to accept facts. When I come across facts that are uncomfortable, I have to be willing to accept it and move on. And that's what conspiracy theorists can't do. I've yet to see, I mean, I've seen a couple of people walk away from cults and stuff like that, don't get me wrong, but I've yet to see someone where you presented them with evidence to a conspiracy theorist where they said, oh, you got me, Brando. You got me on that one. Because they don't want to be wrong. And they want to continue to have this empowerment that somehow they're smarter than everybody else. So yeah, I'm out here just visiting some friends in California. We're going to be hanging out, having a good time. And I'm sure there's going to be people back home that's going to cook up conspiracy theories and tell you that Brando's out here with the deep state. No, Brando's out here having a damn good time. And I hope you guys are having a great week. And we'll see you soon.